Since taking office, Donald Trump and his family have accumulated a massive amount of wealth. It's blatant corruption, and things are only getting worse as now we've been covering Trump is planning on accepting a $400 million luxury jet from Qatar. Apparently, Trump is really excited about this airplane. He's been pushing people to try and hurry up the process so he can finally get his precious new luxury jet. However, it appears that Trump's surprise present is facing some significant obstacles. And now Trump is in panic as Congress just took urgent action over Trump's Qatar jet gift. How's it going, everyone? My name is Hunter Avalone with Occupy Democrats. Welcome back to another video. Now we're going to get to this urgent action that Congress has just taken against Trump, but first, are you guys aware that Trump might be losing it mentally? Yeah, Trump and his supporters spent a lot of time criticizing Biden for mentally declining or something. Meanwhile, Trump is also mentally declining, and it hasn't stopped MSNBC from bringing this to millions of people's attention.
And this conversation here, I wrote down this note immediately. Why are we not talking about his mental acuity?
I mean, the last interview he did with Kristen Welker, he did not look as sharp, and he looked at least at a minimum tired. At worst case, he is not as sharp as he used to be.
But I remember the ships coming over are empty. That means we're saving money.
How is that? That is literally
insane. Economically illiterate. His own people. Look at Steve Moore, Heritage Foundation, a guy who opposes tariffs, has been saying to people behind the scenes, actually has been saying it on Fox News, this is insane. I mean, you can tell. Ken Griffin, who gave money, huge money to Republicans last year, including Trump, has said this has made us 20% poorer in a month, done permanent damage to the American brand, and this isn't going to be something we can turn around from now.
Yeah, considering the fact that Trump's IQ appears to be dropping significantly faster than our taxes, I don't think this is that far off. But now we're getting much closer to Congress taking this urgent action. As we're all aware, Trump is poised to accept a $400 million gift from Qatar. And it hasn't stopped Trump from getting brutally roasted for this very fact.
First off, this is what we call a bribe. It's not a gift. It's a bribe. This is a bribe. This is a very, very expensive 747-8. It's a very fancy plane. And in fact, the reason I think that Qatar has been so smart about this is the interior decorating style looks like Saddam and Liberace's decorators got together and said, let's make a flying brothel that will appeal to Donald Trump. It is the most vulgar thing you've ever seen in your life, but that is this is a bribe. This is not a gift. It's not a loan. It's not a deal. It's a bribe. And we need to just recognize how transactional and corrupt this is.
Yeah, I mean, you love to see it, but Trump's problems are about to get significantly worse than just a minor roast on TV. The moment you've all been waiting for, because Congress has taken urgent action against Donald Trump's jet gift from Qatar, and it's not good for Trump. Take a look.
In a major development that could escalate into a full-blown scandal, House Democrats are calling for a formal investigation into President Trump's plan to accept a $400 million luxury jet from the royal family of Qatar. A plane that would not only serve as a temporary Air Force One, but eventually become Trump's personal aircraft. That's the real bombshell here. According to Axios, Representative Richie Torres has formally requested probes from the Government Accountability Office, the Department of Defense Inspector General, and the Office of Government Ethics, demanding answers about whether this unprecedented gift violates federal ethics laws, or even the Constitution's emoluments clause. Torres is sounding the alarm, calling the aircraft a flying grift, and warning that Trump is using a taxpayer-funded loophole to convert a foreign gift into private property. Under the plan, the U.S. government would accept the plane now, on the public dime, and transfer it to Trump's private presidential foundation once he leaves office. And while the Qatari government is now walking back the story, claiming no final decision has been made, Trump has reportedly already toured the jet, known as a flying palace, earlier this year in West Palm Beach. This isn't just about luxury optics. This is about public funds, private gain, and potential constitutional violations. And now that calls for a full investigation are on the table, this story may be just getting started.
Of course, I'm happy to see Congress giving Donald Trump a hard time about this, and I'm really curious what kind of information this investigation will yield. And again, I've said this before, but I think it's important. A lot of people, when they hear stuff like this, they think, yeah, but Trump is facing legal problems all the time, and it really hasn't stopped him. That might be true, but remember, it does slow him down. A lot of what Trump's presidency is now is running out the clock. If Trump gets caught up in a bunch of legal nonsense, at the very least, it will delay his aggressive agenda. And if you ask me, that's a good thing, because that's good for America.